everyone, welcome to my channel, The Magical Maven. My name is Heather, and today is a singles love reading for the sign of Pisces. So whether it's your sun, your moon, your Venus, or rising sign, this is for the month of November 2019. However, this is a timeless reading, so if you're drawn to this at a later date, just take it for the next month or so. So we're going to jump into the romance angels. So for the sign of Pisces, sun, moon, Venus, rising for the month of November 2019, or for the upcoming month. So we have religious factors. So your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So if you're not religious, this is just regarding your spiritual path in life and your purpose. Okay, let me reshuffle these because then the next card that came out was let go and control issues, and those cards came out in the last reading for Aquarius. If you are on the cusp of Aquarius Pisces, you'll want to check out the Aquarius reading because it's possibly for some of you. But let me shuffle these really good because I think some of the other energies, the last reading was kind of heavy, so sorry about that. Okay, so Pisces, sun, moon, Venus, rising. Sun, moon, Venus, rising. Sign of Pisces, November 2019, or the upcoming month. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I think that came out just because there's some of you, if I didn't mention this in most readings, but if you are on the cusp of Aquarius Pisces, some of you Pisces will want to check out the Aquarius reading because there could be a message for you in it for you. It was very specific, so if it resonates, great, but if not, but again, okay, that's why that happened. Okay, so Pisces, so you have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, and very soon clearly decide what you want, so now it comes to you. So this is a singles reading. However, for some of you, you could be in this, it's complicated situation where you're not necessarily in a commitment, you know, you're dating someone, you want to be with someone, but you know, some of you are maybe wanting to give it a shot, but maybe you have one foot in, one foot out, and it's funny because then I'm getting like, sorry, I'm getting the hokey pokey, you put your one foot in, put your one foot out, and then you turn yourself around kind of thing. So for some of you, you could be very like 1 minute you could be like, yes, I want this, 1 minute you could be not. And that's maybe why it's saying clearly decide what you want, because you could be back and forth about it. And the Pisces, you know, when you see the symbol, it's two fish going opposite directions. So sometimes, you know, Pisces, you know, like that stop flow energy of life. So you could 1 minute be like, yes, I'm ready to move forward. And 1 minute, maybe you're like taking a step back. So again, this is like your opportunity to figure out, is this what I'm wanting? Do I want to move forward with this? And I think for a lot of you, you do, but let's look into more clarity on what's going on here. Okay, and I'm hearing about, for some of you, like you're saying something about them. A reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. There were a few other signs the other night that for November 2019, or again, whenever you're watching this, that got this. I think it was Aries, Gemini. There might have been another sign that got it. So if there's, you know, you could even have Aries or Gemini in your chart, or if that's one of the signs you've been dealing with, that could just be confirmation for you if you want to watch that video. But yeah, this definitely could be someone from your past that isn't even in your life right now. And they're going to quickly come up for you, and then you have to decide whether you want to give this person a chance or not. So with that being said, if this person's been on your mind, for some of you, maybe you've been back and forth about it, and it's so you've already kind of been aware of it, or you've been wanting them to come back, or you've, you know, questioned, are they? And so some of you could maybe be, you know, surprised when they actually do. I'm hearing giving it a shot, and I think maybe it's because even if it doesn't work out, you need to know whether it, like, you just need to know so you're not having regrets. So there could have been even a regret tied to the past. Let's see another energy with this card. Oh wow, new love. Okay, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, so for some of you, this could be about this reconciliation is going to be this new love, meaning that it's going to start off differently. I'm getting vibrantly. So maybe like what the past was the past, and maybe if you do decide to rekindle this, you'll both decide to start with a clean slate. However, for some of you, there's two energies coming through where you're not sure about giving this a chance. Oh, okay, I'm getting that too. Some of you don't know if you should give this new love a chance because you're wanting this person to come back, and you might be feeling like they've been coming back. Some of you don't know if you should give this reconciliation a chance because you met a new person or will be meeting a new person. Okay, for some of you, this is going to be happening simultaneously, meaning one is going to happen right after the other. Like, you might meet someone you're really into, and then this person from the past reaches out, and you're like, why not? Or this person can reach out, and then you meet someone you like, and so it could be this thing where you're torn, and that's maybe why you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because you have these two different suitors, and both are equally appealing in their own way, in their own right. So maybe your heart and your emotions are tied to this reconciliation person that you've been wanting. And then this new love maybe is this promise, this new hope. I don't know why I'm getting new fortune. I don't know. So there's maybe something, and it could be like maybe because there's not that baggage. I don't know, maybe they could offer you something the other person can't or couldn't before. Not to say that they can't now. Okay, let's look at the Heal Yourself reading cards to see what needs to be healed within yourself. Patience. And for some of you, I'm getting that, I have loads of patience, or okay, so for some of you, if you're like, I'm patient, maybe this person's going to have loads of patience for you. Because maybe, oh my God, okay, this is funny. Okay, so if you had dealt with an Aries or are dealing with an Aries, watch the Aries video, because this is funny, because the Aries is was the one that I was telling them that they're, which makes sense, we're very impatient, they're not, wanting to wait, and that someone they were going to be dealing with is very different from them and communicates very differently, and they needed to be patient. And then you have the patience, and I'm getting that for some of you, you are patient, so this could be like this other person needs to have patience. So, and you might be teaching that to them, but this is also something where you need to understand that if they're not patient, just making sure that it's, I'm getting like bridging the gap, like there's compromise. Yeah, just making sure you're not leaving them out in the cold, because I know, like, if you're not sure what to do, you might leave it on the back burner. So maybe just make sure you warrant a response, even if it's like, hey, I need, some time, just at least to put it out there. But yeah, that's very funny, interesting. And for some of you, you could even be on the cusp of Pisces, Aquarius. Okay. Going back to, so for some of you, yeah, like if you're Pisces, Aquarius, then go to watch the Aquarius video, because that came up, even though I meant to say Aries. Some of you could be a Pisces, Aries cusp. So if you are, this could just be like, not that you're dealing with an Aries, but, it's just Aquarius, oh my God. Okay, so yeah, definitely if any of you have Aquarius in your chart, check that out, because I cannot help but keep saying Aquarius for some reason. Okay, going back to this reconciliation, if you are a Pisces, Aries cusper, reconciliation maybe is just really showing in the cards for you. And that's maybe, so either you're patient and the other person's not, or you're, yeah, so either you're the patient one and they're not, or vice versa. So just take what resonates. Let's see another card. Okay, they just fell on the floor. I'm hearing suitors again. So I think for probably for the majority of you, you have more than one suitor. And I'm hearing talk is cheap. Oh, geez. Okay. The cards just flew out. So I'm going to read the cards on the floor. I'll pick them all up. But real quick, with getting the message, the talk is cheap. There's a potential that one of the suitors, or maybe more than one suitor, could just be talking, you know, like telling you these things, but they're not, don't have the actions to follow. So if there's someone that is telling you all these beautiful things, these grand things, and especially if it's soon, because, you know, like there is that, if someone love bombs you from the start, that's actually not a positive thing, because they could be a narcissist. And not to get into that whole situation or conversation, but there definitely could be someone, a suitor around you, who talks a good game but has no actions to back it. So just be aware of that person. And that's not to say they're a bad person or are a narcissist. It just could be, for whatever reason, you know, that's obviously not, you know, that's not going to turn into something if they don't have the actions to back it, for whatever reason. Even if it's just from a place of fear. Okay. So we have self-love and cycles. So for some of you, like, maybe you've had to learn this self-love, this concept of self-love, that, you know, you can't always give to another, you have to give to yourself first. And maybe there's this completion of a cycle where you had to, in the past, maybe you didn't honor yourself. And that's not to say, you know, you did it consciously. It was just on a, you know, on a deeper level, maybe you didn't recognize. And then you realized, hey, I need to stop always being, I'm getting too forgiving is one thing. But take what resonates. But definitely this self-love, courage. I'm getting something about not being afraid to take a chance. So maybe for some of you, when, again, it makes sense with the courage and give your relationship a chance. So some of you could be fearful about letting this person back in or letting a new person in. But go with your intuition. You know, Pisces, you're intuitive. You know, you should be able, and, you know, empathetic. I mean, you should be able to feel or know if this person means right by you or not, right? Okay, that was too many cards, so I'm going to keep shuffling. One more for Pisces for healing. Rejection. So some of you could have felt rejected by this person from the past. They left you out in the cold. I'm getting something about the stakes being high. So maybe like them coming back, maybe now you know your worth. You'll have to let them know that, you know, that you need to be honored, that the stakes are high this time, that, you know, they can't just come and go as they please, whatever the situation is, but you need to maybe set your clear boundaries. And maybe you didn't in the past, and they walked away freely and you felt rejected or left in the cold. Okay, so we're gonna look at the Black Moon astrology cards for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Solar eclipse, revolution. And I'm getting revolution. Why can't I speak right now? Tonight I've been doing that. Revolutionize your experience. So maybe your experience with this person, it's the tables, I'm getting like the tables turning. The tables have turned. Something has completely gone from one way to the other, one side to the other. There's something about being convenient, or so maybe in the past you felt like you were just convenient. Take what resonates. See what else for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Leo. So some of you could have dealt with a Leo in the past, or maybe this is a new love coming in, a new suitor, the sign of Leo. It's possible you could have Leo in your chart as well. It's funny because I'm Leo, hear me roar. So maybe this person that you were dealing with or going to be dealing with is very, I'm getting vivacious. Like, you know, like the I am Leo, I hear me roar. Like they, you know, they make a scene. They're, you know, very loud. they have a lot of presence. I know that's a part of Leo, but I'm just getting like, whatever wording is coming through is what I'm telling you. Let's see what else. Okay, I'm getting something about putting on a show, putting on a spectacle. So if there was drama in the past, it could have been like, and I'm getting featuring you. So like this idea of like this like movie or this play, like you felt like you're in the rehearsal or something, because it just felt so dramatic. And maybe even you had a part in that, and you're like, what happened there? You know, it just, it all unraveled. These are all just wording, again, wording that I'm getting. I'm getting take the time to sort things out. So if you're still confused or uncertain about some things, you might need to think about things deeper or more heavily. I'm getting, it's like, so maybe if you still have confusion about that, there might be some, things you haven't thought of, or maybe it's where you have to go within and like meditate and try to, again, you have intuition, so you should be able to try to get in touch and tap into what went on there in your own personal show with them. Uranus, genius. So I'm getting a connection like no other. So maybe this connection with them was very unique, was very different. And maybe that's why part of you can't let go, because it was very, I'm getting Fly By Night, and which is funny, now I'm getting that Rush song in my head, or Take Charge. Okay, I'm getting it. Some of you sparked your creativity, and as a Pisces, you are a creative sign. So, you know, this person could have been a muse for you even. Ooh, didn't mean to drop that. Where'd it go? Okay. Okay, for some of you, this could be a new newcomer coming in, a new love, a new suitor. And all the world, meaning all the world's a stage, all the world's a play. So maybe it's like you feel like things have lined up with this new person, where it's just like you've walked on to like a set of a movie almost. Some of you can even be like, do something in like film or movies, or that could be part of your inspiration. Okay, we have the water element sensing. So as Pisces, you are a water sign. We also have Cancer and Scorpio. So whether you have those other placements in your chart, or maybe this is about them as well. With the sensing, I'm also getting that maybe about you being intuitive, you being able to sense other people's energy, you being able to sniff someone out. Oh my God, and I'm like, was that the Leo reading? It could have been Leo. Okay, if you have Leo in your chart, or you're dealing with Leo, or did deal with Leo, check out that, because I think the sign of Leo got that they were sniffing people out like dogs, like trying to, so it's very interesting. If you're involved with a Leo, or have been, or have it in your chart, check that out, because I was hearing that again. And I'm still getting Fly By Night, and I'm hearing that Rush song. So that might be a song. Maybe look at those lyrics. Maybe there's something in there for you. Okay, let's look at the Lover's Oracle. For the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Okay, one fell on the floor. Where did it go? Okay. So we have emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So yeah, this definitely could be about this past partnership. So maybe for some of you, this past partnership is coming back, but maybe it's a situation of closure. Maybe this is where you're going to choose to walk away. And maybe talking to them, maybe you'll realize this finally, that maybe they don't serve you in your highest path and purpose anymore. Maybe this is where you need to forgive and let go. Either way, whether, if this person comes back and you're wanting them in your life or not, you do need to forgive, because I always say forgiveness isn't for the other person, it's for you. But, okay, I'm hearing about tending to your garden. Okay, so I don't think this means about tending to your physical garden. Obviously, I mean, there definitely maybe some of you, you know, have neglected your plants, and maybe that's a message coming in for you from, you know, Mother Nature telling you to take care of your plants. But I really think it's about like what you want to grow in your life, you have to put, you know, you have to put effort into. So if you want if you have plants, you want them to grow, you want them to stay alive, you have to water them, right? And maybe this is where also the water is coming in for you. So you need to tend to your garden. Whatever you want to grow, you need to, you know, water. Oh, and it's also interesting because in here she's looking in the water. Very interesting. God, I swear I'm still hearing Fly By Night by Rush. So maybe for some of you, it could have been that kind of relationship. You know, it could have like, some of you, it could have, yeah, kind of came in and out. It was over before it started. I don't know, like, interesting. Okay. So we have healing. Imagine you and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. So there is healing needed. So even if for some of you, you don't have this reconciliation, if it's just giving a new person a chance, because that's something that is coming through right now for me as well. There's different scenarios. Some of you, if this person doesn't come back, you just need to do the healing from afar, meaning you need to forgive them from afar. You could talk to them, you know, like higher self to higher self, you know, like telepathically, you know, like it says, imagine yourself and this person surrounded by light. So sending them that healing energy, telling them you forgive them, and, you know, closing that door, closing that cycle if that is over for you, you know, and, you know, being able to be open to someone new. So for some of you that give your relationship a chance is about a new person, and maybe this reconciliation is going to happen on a spiritual, energetic level. And we have wait, don't rush into it, allow nature to take its course. So remember, you got patience before, so maybe you know, you're feeling like a need to wait and see how things go. So allowing things to take its natural flow, which normally Pisces is okay with. Sometimes you could go through a stop, go, stop, go. So, but yeah, I think for most of you, this isn't a problem. However, again, you could be dealing with someone who, I'm getting temperamental. Again, for some of you, you could, if say you're on the cusp of Aries, you know, you could be that Pisces who has Aries in their chart, who is more of like that rush in, and this is telling you, okay, you know, pump the brakes a little. And we have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that is which beyond our control. Okay. And I'm really being drawn to the wings, and I'm getting wings of flight. So I think for some of you, like, you're not allowing yourself to feel free and like fly with those wings because you, yeah, you're just weighted down maybe by this past situation, this past person, any resentment, any pain, any resentments, ill feelings there, and you just have to let go. Okay, let's see. An archetype card. So the person from your past, we'll pull an archetype for them, and then we'll do one for the new person coming in. And again, some of you might have multiple suitors, but we're just going to concentrate on the main energy. So for those of you with this person from the past, you need to let go of, or you need, you know, whether, or you need to forgive, whether they're coming back for reconciliation, want another chance, or let's see, the person from the past for Pisces. Pisces past person. Okay. So we have a person delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. So definitely the person you could have been dealing with is very artistic. Oh, it's funny because they're holding a potted plant. So they could even be like someone who, like, is not necessarily a gardener, but maybe someone who works with plants and nature. But also, yeah, like I said, creativity, something that they create, something they make, Okay, I'm getting for some of you, you could have maybe dealt with someone who's kind of maybe even hippie-ish from this card. I'm getting for some of you a wanderer. A free spirit. Okay, I'm getting something about sowing your oats or something. So maybe this person chose to, instead of chose you, maybe they chose to be single and free. Like they wanted to go off and just you know, date around or sleep around, or you know, they, you know, like I got hippie and free spirit possibly. So maybe they don't live a conventional lifestyle. You know, they're not wanting a conventional relationship. And maybe this, you know, doesn't appeal to you, or didn't, and they wanted to go off and do their thing, you know, and you're like, okay. And I think for most of you, let them. And again, this isn't for everybody. Take what resonates. So yeah, they could have chosen to put things on the back burner, even for their pursuits. You know, they like, look how her hands are like over here and there and like everywhere. You know, she has like the book, but then she has the potted plant, then she's got like the mixing bowl, and then she's got the paints. So maybe your person has a lot of passions, does a lot of things, has a lot of pursuits, and they're all over the place, and you feel they don't have time for you or didn't have time for you because they're doing all these other things. And again, I'm hearing very like hippie kind of like sayings in my head. So that again, I'm getting like they're very, and for some of you, this could be the energy reversed. Maybe this is you, and this person doesn't know how to relate to you because, you know, you're that way and they're not. So just take what resonates. Like I said, the energies could be flipped. Okay, so this possible new person, this new love coming in. If it's not this existing, because remember, for some of you, this new love was with this person, but for those of you, you know, having a new person coming in, tell me an archetype card for them. Okay, one more, this new person. Okay, so the first card that came up, so these are archetype cards, so don't take this as this specific label. The prostitute card came out. So I'm not saying that this is a pretty women situation. I'm not saying that. But it says accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So how she's laying down, she has all this money on her. So again, like, I'm not saying that this new person coming in as a prostitute, this is, you know, I'm saying that, okay, so for example, the shadow attribute is places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. So remember how I said for some of you, the talk is cheap. So maybe a new connection that could be coming in, you might have to be aware of, because maybe there's someone that puts money above integrity. So maybe this is somewhere you, you could be caught off guard even by this, because maybe some of you might want to be moving on to someone new, so that you might allow someone in that, you shouldn't be, that you need to recognize certain signs of. So again, I'm getting more of like that they could be, this person could place a high importance on money, and what, you know, like what they're willing to do for money might not be in line with your own values. So just pay attention to that part, like, of them, like how they make their money, what they'll, you know, what their views and values are, because there might be something that's not shared. Well, I'm trying to see if there's anything else with this card. Okay, now I'm getting that song, you know, work hard for the money, you know. So I think for some, the positive attribute I'm getting from this is if this new love coming in isn't, you know, doesn't resonate with the values of placing money over integrity. This person maybe could have been someone that worked their way up. Like they, and they have gained a lot of success or money for selling an aspect of themselves. Meaning that maybe there was something that they did, or And again, it's not in a negative way. It could be they've sold an aspect of themselves. So this could even be something they've created, but they've profited from it, or they are profiting from it, or will in the future. So you see that as maybe attractive because they've done something, they got something from nothing. Like, again, like they started from ground zero. This wasn't something that was an overnight success, or this wasn't something that was easy. This was something that they took initiative for. So again, take what resonates. The other cards that came through was Detective. Oh my God, this is so funny. Okay, remember what I said about sniffing someone out? And I was like, oh my God, that I got that for the Leo, I believe too. And I did the Leo reading the other night. So I shouldn't be still in the energy of the Leo. It's just, it's funny that that came out for that. And I believe the Detective card was the card that came out for Leo. So again, if you have Leo in your chart, you've been dealing with a Leo, are dealing with a Leo, go watch it, because there might be some insight on that person, or again, deeper into your story. So with this Detective card, this person, I don't know, I'm getting sleeping with one eye open, but it says the light attribute great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. So maybe this person coming in, it's like you can't bullshit them, or or they can't bullshit you, vice versa. Maybe they're maybe they're very intuitive too, like, because it does say observation and intuition. So maybe they're not only intuitive but very smart. Again, it could be vice versa. But I'm getting someone, this is someone that you can't dick around, meaning like, and not to say you would, but maybe there's someone that you see as being very powerful. Like, they stand in their power. They're not someone that can be taken advantage of, because again, they're smart, they're intuitive. It's like they have the best of both worlds, and you recognize this in them. And maybe for some of you, like, who feel like, if you're very intuitive, but maybe you in the past, have had a connection or connections where you didn't use that intuition to the best of your ability. Like, you didn't see like something, like you failed to not recognize certain things. Like, maybe you really see this attractive in them that you're like, wow, like they're so smart and they're so intuitive, and it's like, I don't know, that could be very alluring to you, that they just are in the know. Okay, and then we have slave. What I was getting from this was like, I'm getting work slave, workhorse. So maybe this person is very hardworking. Maybe they work a lot. So maybe when they come in, maybe for some of you about this, give your relationship a chance with a new person, you don't know if you want to give them a chance because they're always working. And you're like, when are they going to have time for me? And again, but then this could be something that you find very appealing. You're like, wow, like they're so hardworking. They're so on it. And again, this maybe goes back, remember, to the prostitute thing. It's like where they're very hardworking, and you could find that very endearing. So take what resonates, and then we're going to use the Gilded Tarot. So any last messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising for November 2019. Oh wow, 10 of Cups. Okay, so this is the card of emotional fulfillment. So some people see this as it could be like a family. However, in this card, you just see two women and the cat. So whatever you want in your life, what you consider the ultimate be all end all, because not everyone wants, the traditional life. Remember going back to that one card that we got, that someone, whether that's you or the other person. So, but it does show this emotional fulfillment, that your cup is overflowing, this happiness. So, okay, I'm getting for some of you, like, there could have been even though it's not showing here, this is just something I'm getting. Some of you there could have been a third party situation, meaning where the person from the past could have been in another relationship, and maybe with them getting out. Maybe they're going to come back to you and it's just you and them. So for some of you. And for some of you, it's about maybe this new person coming in and you and them. And for some of you, I'm getting it's not about like seeking what outside of yourself. It's maybe just you're at a place in life where you're happy and you're joyful, and you know, you're just good with like yourself and your friends and your family and, you know, your cat or your dog or your pets. And it's like, you're like, I'm good either way. Like whether a love comes in or not, whether this person comes back or not, I am happy with myself. And that's maybe where that self-love, you know, maybe for some of you really learned that, again, the art of self-love. And that's why maybe where this Give Your Relationship a Chance is coming in, and you're like 1 foot in and 1 foot out at the beginning of the reading, because you're like, I'm already happy with myself. So, you know, if I meet someone else and I have a relationship with them, that's just like the icing on the cake or the cherry on the top. I'm already good. So that which is very powerful. So let's see what else for Pisces. Queen of Cups. So some of you could either be this Queen of Cups. You've been, you know, which makes sense because Cups is water sign. So you as a Pisces, as a water sign, of course. So some of you could be this Queen of Cups. You know, you're in your power, you know, as a divine feminine, you know, as, you know, you embody the best traits of the sign of Pisces. And I'm getting you're in the flow, and a flow of abundance. And abundance doesn't just mean material things. So abundance of love as well. And maybe, you know, again, this is why this emotional fulfillment. And for some of you, like if you're interested in a woman, this is like a woman coming in for you. So you could even be attracting a fellow water sign, whether that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or if it's not, you know, that's not their sign. This could just be the energy they embody. You know, very loving, kind, nurturing, intuitive, creative. And I'm getting beautiful too. Like you see her as beautiful. And I'm getting like, for some of you might feel like classic beauty. Like, so maybe, I'm even getting elegance. Okay. I'm gonna put those back for now. I don't think those are meant for you, and they're face down anyways. So I'm gonna shuffle. If they're meant to come out, they will. I just go by intuition when I shuffle. So we have Knight of Cups. Okay, so I'm getting about getting with the flow, because the Knights, if they're not about a person, can be about movement. So definitely, like, I'm getting finding your balance. Oh, and I'm getting like getting your groove back. So for some of you, maybe you took a time out from love and dating, and maybe this is where you're kind of back in the swing of things. And for some of you, obviously a lot's coming in, because some of you had multiple suitors. Not that you're all interested in all of them, but let's shuffle. Okay, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. I was getting, you have a lot of love to give. But I think for you, it's like you've learned that good things come in time, meaning that, you know, you don't, maybe in the past you gave your all and it was to the wrong person. Maybe it was too fast, too soon. And maybe now you're kind of learning that, and also, again, hearing the art. So like the art of maybe taking your time. So this may be where, like for those of you who weren't patient, you've learned patience because you've learned that good things take time to develop. And also I'm getting like this about things being ripe for the picking, because look how she has that basket, like she's ready to get those coins, I'm assuming, because there's the ladder. So for some of you, this could be about finally getting what is due, you know, maybe romantically speaking, you know, maybe you haven't really received what you were wanting, or you didn't really never found what you were wanting in a romantic partner, and maybe it's like now things are finally going to come into fruition for you. So this could be something even a long time coming. Okay, so I got Queen of Swords and Eight of Wands, and when it came out, like, I heard right away, what was it? Sorry, things can come in so quick. So I think it's like, what I'm getting from this is there's something that needs to be communicated, whether you're a female or male communicating to a male or female. I'm getting that there's this quick communication. There's something that needs to be said. There's something that needs to be communicated, and whether it's you or them. And so it could come out out of nowhere. It could come quick, and maybe that's again why, oh, remember, very soon. So yeah, this could be quicker than you even realize. Like, you might even get this communication before you watch this video, for instance. I mean, for some of you, it could be the same day, or it could be the day after. I mean, it could be that quick. And this is why you need to, again, clearly decide what you want with this Queen of Wands, not Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. It's this clarity. That's what I'm getting from the Queen of Swords. All right, no. What does Pisces want? Okay, for some of you, I got to be forgiven. So for some of you, Pisces, are some of you feeling like you need to be forgiven? Sorry, keep shuffling. Okay, and now I'm hearing Unforgiven by Metallica. And so whether that resonates or not, so yeah, whether you actually did something, because sometimes we could carry guilt for things that, you know, we didn't even do or didn't mean to do, but for some of you, maybe you feel like you weren't forgiven, or there's some, and it might not even be about this person, it might be about something else in your life, and maybe that could have attracted to this person. So just being aware of the root cause of things helps you get to the deeper issue that you could heal. Oh wait, actually I'm hearing Unforgiven 2 by Metallica. But actually I like Unforgiven 2 better than Unforgiven by Metallica. But that's just, you know, my opinion or my taste. But because I'm hearing the part where he said lay beside me. Lay beside me. Sorry, I cannot speak tonight for anything. I keep messing up my words. Okay, Queen of Wands. So for some of you, again, like, whether you're a female or a male watching this, you could have fire in your chart. So again, possible Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius even. Or this could be about a partner coming in, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So tell me about this Queen of Wands. Oh wow, and Temperance and King of Wands. Very interesting. So the King and Queen go together. Again, Wands, fire energy. So maybe for some of you, if you're on the Pisces, Aries cusp, and then your person could be a fire sign as well. Or again, it could just be about the fire in your chart. And remember, one of the signs we got was Leo. Temperance, though, is correlates with Sagittarius. So again, we have Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, all fire signs on the board. So this person, like, it could be a fiery, passionate connection. Because even with Temperance, she has this fire there. Oh, and then the water. So you as a water sign and them as the fire, or, you know, if you have both in your chart, look at this beautiful balance. Okay, so definitely, like, you know, your person could have fire in their chart. And I'm getting that they get you going. Okay, again, now I'm getting You Really Got Me by Van Halen. Okay. Maybe it's just me with all the songs. But look them up because they could be something, you know? I mean, Seven of Wands. Okay, definitely this could be you fighting off those suitors with that stick. So you might have a lot of suitors coming in and you're like, wow. Okay, I'm hearing something about jealousy. So it's possible someone, whether this past person or new person coming in, again, there's different scenarios, so you got to take what resonates. Maybe they could be jealous, or maybe you could be jealous. Maybe you feel they have a lot of options. Remember, we did have that one energy of that person that could be someone that isn't committal because, you know, they wanted to sow their oats or do whatever. Or, you know, again, this could not necessarily be other people. This could be like, you know, they have so many things that they do or interested in, and you feel like jealous in the sense of, you know, I want that quality time, make room for me. Okay, so any last messages for Pisces? Okay, 9 of Swords. So this is this mental exhaustion. This suffering at night. So again, if any of you feel like you are needing to be forgiven, or maybe you feel like that person needs to ask for your forgiveness, definitely there's this past mental anguish, this anxiety. Wait, were you guys the one that also sorry, when I'm doing multiple readings in a night, sometimes I forget, was it the past reading or was it this one? Were you guys my fly-by-night people by Rush too? Did I get that song for you? Okay, because I'm being drawn to the owl in this, and like the cover of the album has an owl. I mean, again, it could, you know, the owl is about wisdom, you know, so as we are in Scorpio season, this is a time to get in, like, to those depths of your soul, and, you know, this is when things could be revealed, and this could help you. So, like, go within and channel that inner wisdom and guidance. And you have the world. I'm getting the world at your feet. And I'm getting, yeah, about attracting the new. So for some of you, very well, like, you are attracting a new energy, whether it's with this past person or if it's a new person, but it's like you're feeling high. And I'm not saying like high as in, you know, by taking, like, you know, drugs. I'm saying high, like you feel high, like your energy, in the sense of everything that's going your way or shifting. And I'm going to do one last romantic card for Pisces. Okay, so we got let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. So this did come out in the beginning, and I thought it was for Aquarius. So again, some of you, if you have Aquarius in your chart, you might have watched the Aquarius video. However, okay, I'm getting letting go of the need to be right. Again, this could be you or that person. From the past. Okay, for some of you, like, I'm getting something about not getting a word in. So maybe with that swift communication, maybe they might send you something, like bomb you with this communication overload out of nowhere, and you don't even have a chance to respond because it's just like they just put this on you. So maybe that's where you like let go of your need to be right, and maybe you move past it in whatever way you feel necessary is what I'm getting. Okay, with this, whatever is coming in new, please show me. Let's wrap up the video with the one card for Pisces. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So definitely whoever is, you know, coming in for you, again, whether it's this new established connection with this past person or someone, you know, brand new that, you know, you have yet to meet, you do have chemistry there. There is a strong bond. There is something, I'm getting lasting, so I don't think it's just a fly-by-night connection. So yeah, I guess that was you guys, right? Okay. So yeah, definitely chemistry is coming your way. But again, you know, like with what I got, you're already happy by yourself. You're already, this is just adding to this overflow. So great reading for you guys. And yeah, you know, feel free to check out, not just if this is your sun sign, look at your moon, your Venus and rising as well, because it might give you a story of them all together, or there might be a video that makes more sense than the others. And if you liked this video, if it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I send you all love and light. Bye.